Bonjour, bonjour, le dernier jour, last day of the clothing unit. So, your final project for this unit is to create un catalogue virtuel, a virtual clothing catalog. So, you are going to be describing those clothes with all the skills you've got now. Okay, so first, you will create a name in French of your clothing line. So, that is going to be the first slide of your virtual catalog, is your clothing line name. You can pick any name you want. It could be like frogs, clothes. I don't care, as long as the words are in French. Okay. Then you're going to pick 10 different items of clothing from your notes. So they have to be words that I've taught you how to say. Okay. For each of those 10 items, you will write 4 sentences. So you are going to describe each piece of clothing with a size adjective and a color adjective. That means one adjective that goes before the word and one adjective that goes after the word. You're going to identify during what weather you can wear that piece of clothing. So like, this is for when it's hot, this is for when it's raining, this is for when it's cold, whatever. An activity, one of those ER verbs that we practice with for 4 days and that you can do while wearing this piece of clothing. So this is for swimming, this is for dancing, this is for traveling, this is for working, whatever, this is for eating, whatever activity you can do in that piece of clothing, you can use it. And then you're going to identify another piece of clothing or an accessory that goes well with it. So be like, this is a t-shirt, it goes well with blue jeans. Perfect. Then for extra credit, you can give a cost in French words of the price of each of those clothing. So that's where you would write out in words the number of the price. All right, most important thing, I had so many people still do this with the last project, y'all. I'm not playing. Do not use a translator. You will get a 0. I'm not playing anymore. I've warned you every single class. So thank you to those of you who have always followed those directions. Don't use a translator. Every single word that you need is in your notes or in this project directions, I promise. Okay, so step 1, write the name of the clothing line on your slide. Slide 1. Step 2, insert pictures of all the clothing that you've chosen. Step 3, complete the pre-writing to get 4 sentences for each item. Step 4, double check your writing for adjective agreement and adjective placement. Make sure that the size adjectives go before and the color adjectives go after. Then you're going to take your 4 sentences that you just wrote on your pre-writing and type them into the slide next to the picture that they match with. Then you're going to check for spelling errors. Get rid of red squiggly lines like this. Then you're going to click submit on your pre-writing and submit on your slideshow. So if you go to, come on, work with me, Canvas. If you're in your Canvas assignment, I've just went over the directions and rubric with you. You have a pre-writing and you have a template already for your slideshow. So your pre-writing, if it loads, my laundry's done. Come on. Come on, internet. Where's my mouse? Can't even see my mouse. Let's see if it'll open. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this is a perfect template for you to be able to write all 4 of those sentences without having to use a translator. I promise, do not use a translator. Okay, so in this first box, you're going to identify what item of clothing you are describing. So for our example right here, it's une robe. I've highlighted the une, so we know that une robe is feminine. Then we're going to describe it with a size adjective. We have to make that size adjective feminine, so we add an E. Okay, then we describe it with a color adjective. We need to make that color adjective feminine, so we add an E. And then in the box below it, we are taking all 3 of those parts and combining them into a sentence. So set is C'(est) is this is. So you can start that sentence with this is. Then we add our size adjective because size goes before. We add our item, and then we add our color adjective because color goes after because it's not beauty, age, goodness, or size. So now our first sentence is c'est une grande robe verte. This is a big green dress. Then we identify what weather can we wear a dress in. I've chosen il fait chaud. It's hot. So you are starting all of your sentences with on porte une robe quand, when il fait chaud. So I've given you that sentence starter down here for all of these other ones. On porte, we wear. You insert the clothing item, then the word quand for when, and then you insert the weather. Okay. Then the activity. Which of those ER verbs can you do in this clothing item? So une robe, you can dance in a robe. So I put danser. So c'est pour, it's for danser. So you just fill in the blank with that ER verb for each of those. You don't even have to change the ER. You don't have to drop any of that ER for this item. And then which other item or accessory does it go well with? I've chosen des hauts talons, high heels. So then you start that sentence with ça va bien avec. It goes well with, and then insert that clothing item that it goes well with. So you are doing that 10 times, one for each of the clothing items that you've got. Okay. Then you are taking that, and I've given everybody a template. Okay. So all you have to do is transfer over. So insert here the name of your clothing brand. Remember, for this project, the clothing brand name does have to be in French, so you can get creative and look up a crazy word if you want, and then your own name here. And then for each of the following 10 slides, you're going to insert a picture of the clothing item here, and then copy over from your pre-writing the 4 sentences that you've written. Okay? And you'll do that for each of the 10 clothing items. So the last one will be slide 11. Then all you have to do is hit submit. Okay, so you'll hit submit on the pre-writing and hit submit on your actual slideshow project. Good luck.